Hello, my name is Bree, and I'd like to welcome you to my channel, Breezy Banter, the place where I talk about the things I want to talk about. In today's video, I thought that I would just do a quick check-in of my 2024 resolutions to discuss where I'm at, where I think I'm going, and whether or not I think I'm successful so far this year, and whether or not I think I'll be successful before the end of the year. This is really just meant to be like a quick check-in type video, so with that in mind, let's get started. I'll be describing each of the resolutions that I made at the beginning of the year. I also have a video on this that I'll include a link to in the description, but I'll also describe it here as well as my current status. So the first one that I have is to max my TFSA, my FHSA, and my RRSP. For those who don't know, those are basically 3 registered accounts that you can have as a Canadian, and I won't go into this video as to the rules and regulations surrounding all of them. There are contribution limits to each of them, so you are limited in the amount that you can contribute. I'm very happy to say that as of now, I have maxed my contributions to my TFSA, my FHSA, and my RRSP at this time. So I'm very excited for that. That means I'm done for 2024 and I get to start again in 2025. Next was the goal to do a sprint triathlon. This one I will not be completing this year. I am a little bit upset about it. Basically, there was a sprint triathlon where I live that originally I was hoping to be able to do. Then there were some tentative plans that would mean that I wouldn't be where I needed to be when the sprint triathlon was happening. And so I held off on registering for the sprint triathlon. Those reasons fell through, new reasons came up, and all of that culminated with me basically not being able to do the sprint triathlon. And not only just was I not available when it was happening, I also felt like as these plans were being made and falling through, I didn't have enough time to really train for it. So what I've done instead is I've currently registered for a 5K, which I'm running in less than a week, which a 5K is not a sprint triathlon. A sprint triathlon is a lot more work and will take a lot more training. I am training for the 5K, so I'm doing that instead. And what I'm hoping is that next year in 2025, I'll do a sprint triathlon then. Next is start a master's program. This one I have done. I'm currently enrolled in my 2nd course as part of my Master of Engineering program. Next, I had the goal to put away $1,250 per paycheck into investments. I have been doing this. I'm on track to keep going with it until the end of the year. I've actually bumped this up and I've been contributing $2,000 per paycheck as opposed to the $1,250 per paycheck. I get paid bi-weekly, so I'm contributing a little bit more than $4,000 a month into my investments, and I'm really happy with that. Next is to plan and implement an international trip somewhere I've never been. And here I have written down Japan, Korea, and Mexico. And this one will be done. I have planned a trip to Mexico and I've already reserved everything, paid my deposit, all of that. I will be going in December. The Japan and Korea trip I'm not going to be doing this year. I'm actually going to have someone come with me next year instead. The resolution, as mentioned, was to plan and implement an international trip. And so going to Mexico is a place that's international and I've never been there before. So doing that will mean that I will meet this goal, and then I have Japan and Korea for next year. Next is to commit to trying a forward-facing creative project. And I had a few ideas here, including streaming, creating a YouTube channel, or doing a photography Instagram account. If you're watching this video, then you can clearly see that I have created a YouTube channel. I don't know how many videos I currently have up on my channel. I've been trying to do about a video every 6 days, and I know that I've missed a few weeks here or there, but for the most part, that has been my schedule. I think I've posted more videos in some weeks than just once every 6 days, so I actually think I'm still ahead of that goal, but I'm doing it. And lastly, I have build a PC, which unfortunately I don't think I'll be able to do again this year. Basically, my goal is to buy everything or almost everything during Black Friday, and that's the end of November. And what that means is I likely wouldn't get everything like shipped to me until like mid-December if I'm lucky. And then building it, I wouldn't be done until like January at the earliest. And I'm also very likely to be moving next year. And so what that means is I'm just a little nervous about building a PC, having to ship it somewhere. And when I say moving, I don't mean like I can get in a car and drive. I mean like I'm gonna be getting an airplane and flying. And I think just transporting a PC that way is not ideal. I would prefer to avoid doing it. So I think for this goal, once I'm more settled, that's when I will, like the Black Friday after I am more settled, which will hopefully be next Black Friday, I will do this goal. So although this one is a bit delayed and I likely wouldn't have a completed PC of my own making before January 2026, I am okay with that for the time being. The only real exception I can see to this is my laptop is 6 years old at this point, and I use my laptop very heavily. Like I game on it, I'm on it for large chunks of the day. I like attend school through it. I really just, in other words, I really like put it through the ringer. And 6 years for a laptop is quite a long time. So if this laptop does, for whatever reason, like break down, I would consider bumping this up earlier and then just dealing with the logistics of moving a PC down the road. I think those are all the goals that I've set for this year and my current status as it comes to accomplishing them. Before you go, I'd love to hear from you. Are there any goals that you've set that you've already reached or that you think you will reach before the end of the year? I would love to keep ourselves motivated by sharing in our successes with each other. Before I go, I'd like to take a minute to thank you for taking time out of your day to spend watching this video. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Bye.